My name is Ben Fogle, and a little later this year myself and Victoria Pendleton will be attempting to climb Mount Everest, and we're going to do that in support of the British Red Cross. So we're out in Nepal to visit some of the work that they've been doing post-earthquake.
As soon as the earthquake struck in 2015, the Red Cross mobilized more than 8,000 staff and volunteers. This was the largest ever disaster the country had ever faced. About 800,000 houses were destroyed or damaged throughout the country. About 9,000 people were killed, and the destruction was massive. Our role before and during the response helped to reduce the impact of disaster as well as support thousands of families.
We have been built up with the support of British Red Cross.
We got to visit a blood bank. This blood bank was completed just days before the earthquake hit, and it had been built specifically to withstand an earthquake. It has solar power, so if electricity is lost, they have a sort of battery unit room that can store the energy and keep it running so that they can continue to refrigerate the blood. Even the refrigerators were kind of chained to the wall, so if there was a tremor, they wouldn't fall over and the valuable blood wouldn't be lost.
It's not my favourite thing, blood, if I'm to be honest. I actually made my first blood donation that I've ever done here in Nepal. I feel very proud of it. It's a drop in the ocean, but if many other people like myself did that across the world, just think what a difference it could make.
Since the earthquake, we have also been helping the affected communities to rebuild their lives as well as to prepare for future disasters. We do such by different programs, such as providing cash grant for livestock, agriculture, small businesses, life skill training, and also for rebuilding water systems and reconstructing health facilities. Recovery takes time in order to build back better and safer.
We went to an earthquake awareness day, which was fascinating.
It basically is an opportunity for the local community and the wider community of Kathmandu to get together and remember the earthquake, but also to help remind people of the safety procedures and what they should do in an emergency.
People came from all across the city. I suppose it was a reminder of what they've been through, but also a reminder to not rest on your laurels and to prepare for the next time.
One of the biggest things I've learned on this trip, and I feel very, very fortunate to have been able to experience this, is the fact that the way that the Red Cross distribute their support is very individualised and very specific, and also very community-led. So it's not just we think we know what you need, it's like, what do you need and how can we help you best? There's just so many different ways in which they work, in which they spread information and provide support. And in the likes of an earthquake, you know, it doesn't discriminate. Everybody's affected, and having the whole community come together and do their very best to be prepared next time is something that's vitally important.
I've been a supporter of the Red Cross ever since I was a little boy, but coming out here to Nepal has enlightened me, I suppose, as to the breadth of their work. It's much more than just the relief effort. When you think of an earthquake, you think of that immediate relief, but what we have spent the last few days exploring is the recovery effort, and recovery is all-encompassing. The lasting image that I'm going to take away from here is that selflessness of all those people from Nepal who have volunteered their time to help one another. And I think that as Victoria and I move on and we begin our attempt to climb Mount Everest, we're going to think back to these few days we had here in Nepal, meeting all of those moving, inspiring people, and it's going to motivate us.